and welcome back. If you are new around here, then hello, nice to meet you. And if you're returning, then thank you very fucking much for coming back as always. So this video is going to be a little bit strange. You maybe by the title have thought, is this a little bit clickbaity? But today I'm going to do this look, this pink, graphic and somewhat glittery sparkly look, and a little bit contoured. It's a little bit out of the box. It's not kind of everyday, just go to makeup and wear it to work type of thing. But I thought let's be a little creative today, and I really wanted to have a chat about what your views are on the beauty community and who you're watching and what you like to see. So as always, grab yourself a tea, a coffee, a cuppa, whatever the fuck you like. I've got this today. It's some sort, it's like a cheap ass Nutri-Grain bar. But I feel like it's meant to be an even healthier version, like a healthy Nutri-Grain bar. Nutri-Grains are kind of healthy, but I don't know. I said to Alan, don't buy them again. They're too grainy. I don't know what else to say. Alright, so this is going to be a little get ready with me, but I want to sit and talk. I am going to do a lot of chatting through this as well, so if you've came here specifically for a tutorial and such, I don't know if this channel is completely for that anyway, but if you came for that, this might not be for you. And the look that I'm going to do today is inspired by a wonderful lady called Jillian Dawson. She is a makeup artist and she's based out of Wisconsin, I want to say, from America. Just in case like I've got that wrong, let me just double check that. Yeah, it is. I speak to her a lot on Instagram and she does a challenge called Nona Draws My Face. And I was going to say niece there, but I think it's her best friend's little girl. Practically a niece, let's face it. You know when you've got those aunties that aren't really blood relatives, but it's like your auntie. Yeah, your old auntie. So her best friend's little girl is 8 years old and she's called Nona. Oh, just before I explain the rest of this, these by the way, you know you see like super duper makeup artists using these little things? Well, I got these in Home Bargains of all places, and they work a treat, and I got them in a pack of 8 and they're doing a really good job. So just in case you want to feel like an actual makeup artist, £1 for a pack of 8, brilliant. Anyway, so Jillian does this challenge that is called Nona Draws My Face, and she basically took a front on picture of her face, her skin with no makeup on it, and she gives it to the 8-year-old, and the 8-year-old then puts colour on it. She maybe sometimes puts lipstick, sometimes she draws really like, she had rainbows on the eyes and stuff a couple of weeks ago. It was really good because it kind of fit in with the whole thing of June and Pride Month as well, which was really nice. Last week I think she done like blue with a yellow line across the stripe of the eye, and the cheeks and the lips were very, very pale. I didn't join in on that one because sometimes I'm working shifts, I can't always join in on the challenges. But this week's, I'm going to put it up here, I'm going to scooch over a little bit so you can see, and it is pink eyes and it is very contoured. Now contouring is not something I regularly do, it's something I'm kind of terrified of, but one of the challenges that I'd done on Instagram as well was to replicate kind of an 80s iconic makeup look, and I done this one, which was the girls from Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love video, and I went ham on the contour, and people kept saying like, oh, your cheekbones, and I was like, no, this is not a cheekbone. I was like, that is absolutely powder, a lot of it, and it would have looked quite ridiculous in real life if I'm honest, but in photos it looked quite effective. But today I'm going to try and do this kind of bronzed and contoured look to the best of my ability to make it wearable, and the pink eyes. And I think I might go with a kind of graphic pink eye as well, because I want to show you some of these, sorry, I just realised I was holding this up for ages there and not actually fucking drinking any of it. Some of these wet liners that I got from Glisten Cosmetics, I want to show you them working as well. But I want to talk about the beauty community. I'd seen Angelica Nikvas talk about this quite recently as well. She's got a whole video on it talking about like, is the beauty community dead? And I totally kind of disagree with that as well. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the eyes, we'll see how it goes, and we'll just have a little chit chat. Hello! She's back again. She's really taken to sitting behind me in this seat when I'm filming. I don't know why. I think she really missed us when we were in Wales. Hello baby. If you're new, that's Pebbles. My big fluffy white one. She's on the couch sleeping. That's kind of, I think Molly probably sleeps about 20 hours a day if I'm honest. Alright, so the Glisten Cosmetic wet liners, I've been using them a lot, especially with doing a lot of these Instagram makeup challenges. They're so useful, but what I've found, not only for doing like graphic liners and having really beautiful colours. This one's like a super neon green, split green as well, look. So there's split liners where you can get like a pastel green on one side and like a really dark green on the other side, and then there's just the wet liners that come in one colour as well. So today I'm going to use one of the split ones, which is strawberry cheesecake, because it's pink. But I've been using these not only as liners or graphic lines, I've also been using them as bases to look. So I'm going to put two looks up here, and one is a red eye look, which was a Nona Draws My Face, by the way, this red eye look, and I used Lobster, the red one, as my base and then went in with shadow on the top of it, and I think they're really effective for that as well. And then this one here, it was just a kind of blue eye that I'd done. I wanted to look like a can of iron brew for the football for Scotland the other week. So yeah, they never got through. I know. Yeah, we try. The supporters make it fun, I have to admit. Yeah, with Scottish people, we all know we're not going to get through in the football, but we try our best. But today, we're going to go with strawberry cheesecake. So what I'm going to do with this liner, I've been using Max Fix Plus just to mix things up, and I just spray a little bit of the Max Fix Plus into the lid of the liner, and then I take a smaller brush to mix it up and then just dip it into this. Obviously, if you're doing them as a base, I've been doing the same thing but with a slightly bigger brush, that's all. Now to start off, I'm gonna use this brush here. It's an Inglot brush. Does anybody remember Inglot? Do they still exist? I don't even know. But I'm gonna use this one because I like that it has the bend, like the angle on it to make a shape. The thing about this challenge that is wonderful is that you can see everybody's different versions of the look. It doesn't have to just be straight up what it looks like on the face. It's your interpretation of it. And what I wanted to speak about in this video was as well is the beauty community in general, and how it's grown and how things have came together, and how there's so many wonderful people now that are all involved in this community and all having a great time. I might need to concentrate while I'm doing this, so I'm gonna just sift through, try and get the shape, and then I will come back to you. Alright, so I'm hoping you can see that I've kind of drawn out a bit of a graphic shape there. Now, I don't think this camera is doing justice for how neon these liners are. They are super neon, so neon that I used them in a look and put a UV light on them, and they were like boom, like under a black light type thing. Because there are so many amazing, wonderful people that I've met via Instagram and via YouTube, and I kind of seen Angelica Neek was talking about the fact that people were kind of like, is YouTube beauty dead? Like, is the beauty community dead? And I can't help but feel like it's the complete opposite. Like, it's just starting to thrive because people are no longer going with what a magazine tells them. People I know via Instagram are women who are in their, you know, 50s, 60s, and they are continuing to do looks like this, like stuff that I know it's not going to be your everyday look and what you're going to be wearing out the house to go to the office, for saying sake. I say that, but then nobody works in a fucking office anymore, do they? But there's people I see, and people who are older, who shouldn't be feeling like as if they can't do stuff like this anymore because they are a certain age. And I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with that. And I've been speaking about those kind of things for a while here over on this channel, on the fact that everybody should be able to enjoy makeup, and everybody should be able to do whatever they want and put whatever they like in their face and have fun, regardless of your sexuality, regardless of your age, regardless of your race. All of these things, like, it really doesn't matter. It's a creative process, and if you just want to have fun with it, that's great. Equally, I wouldn't wear this to my work every day. I don't wear any makeup to my work, really, just a little concealer and mascara. But I also think there's different times and places for different looks, isn't there? And this is just a nice little outlet for me to interact on Instagram and here on YouTube. So if you're looking at this thinking like, yeah, this is absolutely not a tutorial that I want to do, that's fine, I'm not offended, it's absolutely okay. And I feel like over the 12 months, 14 months since the pandemic started, there's been this group of people kind of came together. Probably, I want to say a lot of the time brought together by the likes of Katie Jane Hughes, but other aspects as well have brought them together. And there's so many wonderful people there on Instagram and here on YouTube sharing the love of creativity and the love of doing something a little bit different. Nobody's saying that you can't be a neutral, basic ass bitch. I love it, and a lot of the time I am a neutral basic bitch because I'm not doing this every day. But this is just my outlet. This is my hobby. This is what I'm doing when I'm not at work. Maybe tonight, for instance, right, as I film this, I am going to meet one of Alan's work colleagues slash older gentleman that I've never met before. Am I going to wear this pink eyeshadow to go and meet someone I've never met before and, you know, meet him, somebody who's maybe in his 70s and be like, hey, I'm Alanna, how you doing? Like, no, I'm probably not. There's nothing wrong with it if I did. But I just feel like I want to be a little more natural. Actually, we're going for a curry tonight, which I'm very excited about because outside eating and drinking, or even I should say inside eating and drinking, has been something that I have long missed. So it's first time we're going out for a proper meal in a while. We went out a wee bit when we were in Wales, but like a proper like restaurant meal and actually meeting people, it's quite exciting. Now over the top of that, I am going to take Savage from the Urban Decay Electric Palette. It is not available anymore, my firmest apologies. I will try and link everything down below that is still available, but I will put if you can or can't get it anymore. And I'm going to take that on my Kate Jane Hughes Spectrum brush. This is the 12, which is like a nice little, it's kind of soft, but it's also firm, and I think I'll be able to pack neatly over the top. So when people like Jillian put together these challenges and things like that, it's great fun because it involves everybody. And to say that the beauty community is dying, why? Just because people don't want to see, I don't know, the same old people talking about the same old things. There's a very like set kind of idea on YouTube of who the big beauty gurus are. Blah, 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 blah. And the truth of it is, I don't really watch any of those people. I don't really think it's that great. I want to see people who are real life people doing their makeup in real life situations. Now, if that means that I see them doing really basic makeup, that's great. I love people like the Anna Edit who does a really basic look and says, you know, that is my thing, that is what I stick to. People who are like, you know, I am everyday kind of makeup person, that is fine. I probably don't watch a lot of tutorial type videos anymore on YouTube because it's about getting to know the person that's making the video, isn't it? It's about getting to know the kind of person behind that and what they've got to say. So I prefer watching videos a bit more like this, where someone is talking and yes, they are doing their makeup, but they are also talking about stuff that I kind of agree with. And a while ago, I made a video saying how I thought the beauty industry, for all they are trying to seem really woke and really like, oh, we're inclusive and all this kind of stuff, a lot of the time I am still not seeing your everyday Joe blogs or your everyday kind of woman within the beauty industry. And the reason that I am loving the beauty community here on YouTube and over on Instagram is because I get to see aspects of everybody from all walks of life who love makeup. So the honest to God truth is, off the back of Angelica's video, she was talking about the same thing, and I think I agree with her. I don't think the beauty community is dead. I think it is far from it. And I think I have managed to meet all these amazing, wonderful people from all around the world, and one thing that's brought us together is our love of makeup and maybe skincare as well. And some of us share similar views and similar looks and styles, and some of us don't. But it doesn't mean to say that we don't all kind of respect each other and get on with each other. The people I'm watching are die-hard beauty lovers. They love it, they love beauty, they love skincare. It's always been in their repertoire. And even people that I've met recently, like Audrey who won the giveaway on my channel and has now become a really close friend, a lovely lady from Canada. She's a lady who's in her 50s, I believe, and only just started getting into makeup, but it's found her this new lease of life that she felt like she was maybe wouldn't fit into. And now she's like, no, do you know what? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And that's what I love about the community that's here and on Instagram, is that everybody can join in. There's not like any kind of, oh no, well, you can't do that or you can't do this. It's much more of a kind of, do you know what? Everybody can join in and it doesn't matter. And I think in some respects, I feel like that. I worry about that sometimes because sometimes people do try to pigeonhole you. I am going in with now Danessa Myricks. This is one of the foils and this is in Venus. I have used this before. I'm sure you've seen this on this channel before, but it's this amazing like kind of copper, you'll not see it on the back of my hand, will you? It's like a copper gold pinky colour here. It's amazing. I will zoom you in when the eye is done, but let me just get on with things. I'm also taking my LARAFAYE E10 brush. It's like a little stiff packing brush. I believe it is their concealer brush, but personally I think it's great for products like this or for glitters. And I do have a code with LARAFAYE. I have mentioned before, I have been sent PR from LARAFAYE, and there is a code to get 25% off down below. It is not an affiliate link, and I will not get any money off it. But if you fancy getting yourself 25% off and you want to look into LARAFAYE, then it'll be linked down below. Now, I'm not sure, because this is a liquid, I'm not sure that's going to play well. So what I might do is go in with Kaleidos, and this is their Sashimi City palette, and I'm going to take Pink Ginger, which is this one here. It's like, oh, just an amazing pinky, greeny, duochromy, amazing nutbag colour. I think it will give a very similar effect. There we go, so you can see that sheen across those eyelids there. It's amazing. I think what I'm going to do is add a little bit of a deeper shade here in the crease, but not to make it a crease. I still want to keep that shape, but just to mix up the colour a little. So I have here, this is the Unique Beauty palette, and it's the Girls Trip one. So I'm going to take this, which is Passepartout, and I'm going to just very, very lightly with a small brush, again this is a KGH one, and I'm going to just kind of blend this here to make it look like it's going into a slightly darker pink. But yeah, I think people pigeonhole you sometimes. So like one day I might want to look super duper rock chick and super duper gothic, and the next day I might have like super duper plain skin, nothing at all, and just a little hint of kind of colour on the cheeks. Or the next day I might want to be like super duper bronzed goddess, like really J-Lo type of that's kind of where my mind goes, because that's the age I am. But that J-Lo kind of beauty, I suppose now maybe more Kim Kardashian type of beauty, that kind of look. I don't have to stay in one box all the time, and I think that's what I really love about the community. The fact that you don't have to be one person. You don't have to just be like, oh, I just wear this makeup or I just do that. You can literally be a chameleon. You can change your mind and however often you want and change up what you are. And don't get me wrong, I'm always going to have that little bit of a rock chick vibe. That's what I grew up with. I was always a little bit of a goth. I'm always going to have that little bit of a rock chick vibe to me. I hate fucking saying that, rock chick vibe. It makes me sound like a right dick, doesn't it? But I think I am always going to have that a little bit. And it is probably a look that I go to a lot more often. But then really paring it back sometimes and doing something really simple with just a simple blue liner, or something, as I say, a little bit more Kardashian type beauty with contours and bronzers and all that kind of stuff. Maybe some lashes. That is, you know, I can go either way. I don't have to be one or the other. And there's so many wonderful people that I've met via Instagram now, and things like this just really take you out of your comfort zone sometimes. So we're taking cues from this wonderful, creative 8-year-old and making them our own. It's such a good idea, it's such a good concept. And I really, really think Jillian is wonderful for even coming up with it in the first place and then running with it and thinking, oh, sorry, seems to be a car outside having a hell of a time. Running with it and having such a good response to it as well and going with it. And I just want to give a shout out to some of the other people, like Ryan who I've met as well. He is just, oh, he works with Bobbi Brown. That is his main job. He works at Bobbi Brown and his work is absolutely stunning. I have met a lovely lady called Alison as well, who's over in America. Narissa, who also runs the Creativity Wheel challenges. But it just gives this little outlet that sometimes I maybe don't have here on this channel, because to be honest with you, I know there's a lot of people who'll be like, oh, I'm never going to make that look, I'm never going to create that look, and it's not something I would do every day, so therefore I'm like, I don't know why I would bother filming that. But if you change your mind and you're telling me, do you know what, actually I would like to see more stuff like this, Alana, let me know, that's fine. What I try and do sometimes is take ideas from Instagram, like things like this, and make them a little bit more wearable sometimes. That's what I do try to do. It doesn't always work that way. But in a day-to-day life situation, I do like the super duper over the top stuff for Instagram, and then I try and make it a little bit wearable for everyday life. Okay, so I really like the shape now. It has just slightly blurred over the top of the liner here, which I'm not hating. It's kind of gave it a little bit more of a softer look to it, but I don't want to lose that graphic liner either. What I was going to say as well is, I think with regards to the community and all the people in it, it lets you find other, yes, like-minded people, but it also lets you find a lot of brands that you maybe didn't ever think about before. Like Danessa Myricks, I definitely have discovered via Instagram. It wasn't via YouTube, because there's so many creators on there that are people talking about brands that I've never heard of, and it would be lovely to like try every single one of them, but it's just not possible. So sometimes it's just nice to give you an idea of different brands and companies that you maybe wouldn't see in Boots or Superdrug or whatever it is, especially here in the UK, because that's the kind of stuff that we get sold. So I'm hoping you can see that there. So there's still the kind of pink shape, but I blurred it round about the edges slightly. I might tidy it up. And then you can see there the sheen on top of my eyes, and that is from Pink Ginger from Kaleidos, and also from Danessa Myricks Venus. That is the foil in Venus. But it's pretty damn impressive, it's pretty cool. So I'm going to use the Kaleidos palette, the Club Nebula, and I think I'm going to take this one here, which is Celestial. Maybe a mix of Celestial and Nova, because they're both kind of duochrome slash triochrome colours. But I think they'll go really nice here to complement this pink look. I'm just taking the tiniest bit as well across the brow bone to just tie those kind of pink, opally pink tones together almost. Oh, I feel like we're really washed out. There, that might be a little better. But yeah, just to tie those opally pink tones together though. I think I might do a clean up just to make that a little smoother at that side. But yeah, I find it a little insulting sometimes though, how people might be like, oh, you know, the beauty community's dead, it's all dead, blah blah blah. Instagram, it's all on TikTok now, it's this, that and the other. I don't think that's true, because of what I've experienced, because of the people that I know through it. Just amazing, wonderful people. Again, Sandra, you are stunning, and she is very, like, you know, it's all about skin. Charisse as well. I'm mentioning all these people and you'll be like, I don't know who they are. But Charisse actually runs, she has a YouTube, I will link her in the cards. She has her own podcast, and I spoke ages ago about being like, I would love to be able to do a podcast and have all these discussions with people about beauty standards and about all the different feelings and thoughts and views of industry professionals and laymen's alike. And she does that, and I then discovered her podcast and thought, right, well, I'm not going to start my own podcast when it's already being done by this amazing woman. So she has some content up on her YouTube, but it is based around what the podcast is, and I will link the podcast below as well. It's called Beauty Me Podcast, and you can go and follow her there. And she has such interesting topics and such interesting thoughts and opinions, and has views of other people as well on the show. And surely this is what it's all about the thoughts and opinions and views of the people who are using the industry. It still annoys me when I see people, you know, promoting, or companies putting out there anti-aging products, but they're using a 17-year-old model to promote it. Victoria Beckham done it the other day actually. She posted up, was it Romeo Beckham's girlfriend, using the Victoria Beckham products, when the Victoria Beckham products are so expensive. I'm not saying a 17-year-old shouldn't be allowed them, but they're so expensive the average 17-year-old is probably not going to be using them. And I thought, what are you doing, Vicky? What's going on here? Like, no, these are not your market, these 17-year-olds. So the thing I love about the community is that it's bringing everybody together to one place and all having your thoughts, views, opinions, but it's a nice place. There's none of this snash, none of this like, you can't do that, you can't do this, which I really, really appreciate, especially from other women, because women can be catty, let's fucking face it. Sorry, I'm just going to brush my brows up, and I'm going to put a little glossy boy brow through them, I think. I've not used that in quite some time. I was using the Charlotte for quite a long time. I'm just going to use some Glossier. And I love that it's all kind of women supporting women. And you know something? I am the first fucking cynical bastard to be like, oh, girls support girls. Girl boss! Girl boss! Like, that shit makes me ill. But I think there's a genuine respect in the community and a genuine respect of other men and women, because obviously there's male people, trans people, any type of non-binary people, whatever you want, all in this beauty community, all wearing makeup. And it's important to remember, and important for companies to remember, who the fuck their audience is and who is spending their money. It's like when companies don't include people of colour, and you think, well, hello, like, these people have money, they have a lot of money, and they want to spend it the same way people who are white. Like, why not? Why would you not include these people? And I'm seeing a real shift and a real change within the market to include people of colour and different, and I mean that in a, like, actual creators, like influencers who are people of colour, seeing them marketing and actually being part of commercials or working with companies. That is something that I'm really enjoying seeing as well, because it's the way it should be. Like, it shouldn't be that one group of people, I've said this before, like, yes, we see men wearing makeup, yes, we see gay people wearing makeup, yes, we see this, that and the other, we see women of a certain age wearing makeup, but there's always still that little bit of, like, here's a lovely lady in her 70s, but look at her accentuating what she's got. Why can't a woman at 70 wear this? Why couldn't she if she wanted to? Like, that is my point. Sorry, this is going to drone on a little bit now, this video, but I hope you're getting where I'm coming from. I'm going to take, mascara wise, I've got a new one. I've got the e.l.f. Lash It Loud Volumizing Mascara. Actually, tell a lie, I've tried it once. I've done a KGH Academy the other week and I tried it then and it was okay, but the look that I was doing was like a glossy eyelid look, so it kind of got lost. I'm going to try it today and see how it is. Now, this does have a rubber wand. I'm hoping you'll see it there. Focus, focus, thank you. That is it there. It does have a really, like, rubber wand, but what I found when I was using it the other day was it's quite a jaggy wand. Does that make sense? It's quite spiky, it's quite hard, it's not got a lot of flexibility to it, and for that reason I found it a little dangerous. And actually, when I used it the other day just to shove on a bit of mascara and get going, I found it jagged me in the eye because I'm an idiot probably, but it jagged me right in the eye, like in your tight line up here. It was fucking agony. So just be careful if and when you are using it. It's not a very flexible brush. So here it is on this eye, you can see here. It is okay, like, I don't mind it, but I don't know, I just think it's a little lackluster, if I'm honest. Like, it's okay, but I don't know. I suppose for e.l.f. it's nice. I'm just underwhelmed. I don't know if I expected more from it. I don't know if I'm ever gonna think anything is better than the Lancome now. There we go, so that's it on both eyes. I mean, it's fine, it's nice, and I think with this eye look it looks okay, but I don't know, I used it on its own, and as I say, this is maybe the 4th time of me using it, and I'm like, yeah, it's alright. I don't know if I would reach for it over the other mascaras in my collection, but it is alright. And certainly in real life, I don't know if you'll see it here, I do think it is definitely more volume than it is lengthening, and that's what it claims to do, so I can't say it's not doing that. So let's go in with skin and a bit of the contouring that I'm absolutely scared, stiff and dreading. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with, what am I going to start off with? That's a good question. I'm going to start off with the e.l.f. This is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I have spoke about this before on this channel. It's not one that I reach for very often. I find it is a little heavy under the eyes, just ever so slightly. And I'm going to take my Katie Jane Hughes Spectrum number 8. It is a really big kind of fluffy brush, but I think it does a really nice job of kind of just airbrushing. Like, I can just whisk this under the places I need it to be, and it does a beautiful job. So as I said, like, just tidying under here where I think I need a little bit more. It's maybe just a little blue under here. Come down here where I've got the little bits of pigmentation, and it is easy breezy, does it in a winner. Really good brush. Now, I haven't put any base on. Do you know what? I'm gonna grab this one here, sorry. I'm going to grab the Skin Realist from Nebula, because I have told you that I was going to start using this a bit more often. What I'm going to say about the Skin Realist is that it is a little yellow for me, but when I shade it out it looks okay. But also it says it's like got lots of skincare properties, which is fine, and I do feel that when you're putting it on, it's got that texture of almost the It Cosmetics CC cream. It's like a thicker, heavier product, and I don't really know how else to explain it, but it doesn't feel like it's a thick and heavy foundation. I don't put it on and think, oh god, like I'm caked. I don't think that, but it's definitely not a skincare product the way a tinted moisturiser or a BB cream would be. And I am using my hands to put this on because I feel like because of the texture of it, I need to use my fingers to put this product on. So now I'm going to go in with some contour, and I'm a bit scared, but I'm going to use the Danessa. I've spoke about this before. This is the Toasted Almond Vision Flush, which you can use on lips, on cheeks, anywhere you wish, on your eyes if you want. But as I said, we're going to try and do some contouring, but not like theatrical stage makeup contouring. I'm just going to run it along here, and I'm going to take this KGH brush. This is the number 4, that is a dual fibre brush, and just use that to blend it right in. And it does look terrifying still, I know, but keep working with it. This is something that I really enjoy about the Danessa Myricks products, especially the vision flushes. The more you kind of blend, they don't blend away, they just blend into the skin, and it's really, really nice. I felt that the, what do you call it, contour balm didn't work on me. Oh, look at that, a little snatched. But it didn't work on me. The tone was just a little off, and I find the tone of this product a lot better for my skin. So that is why I used this instead. Anybody who's watching, if you are watching and you've came over from Instagram, then thank you so much. Actually recently, I think I mentioned it already, got quite a wee rise in subscribers, and I'm so appreciative for that. I am around about 700 now, and I would love to get to 1,000. That would be amazing. This year my challenge was to get to 500, and I'd done that back at the start of the year, and I'm so pleased. Again, if you are here on YouTube and you don't follow me on Instagram, then vice versa, please feel free to go over there and check out what I'm doing over there, because I do a lot more stuff like this, a little bit more creative, whereas here I probably talk about products a little bit more, and a little bit of kind of fashion, I suppose, stuff like that, but also I tend to do a little bit more just daily, easy, breezy makeup looks rather than these kind of more interesting and creative looks. You can see the shape that creates on my face. I think it's a wonderful product, this. A lot of the people that I'm following are proper makeup artists, makeup kind of, that is their life and their job, and that is what they do. But nobody is making anybody feel like you need to do things this way and you need to do things that way, and there's a wrong way to do makeup. Nobody's making anybody feel like that, which I really appreciate, and I think is a big plus point. Okay, so I think I've kind of put contour where I want it to be, around about my face, framed my face the way I want it to be. I'm gonna have to go in with a smaller brush to do the nose. Now, nose contouring, it terrifies me, I'm not gonna lie. It's very scary. I'm not very good at it, but we're gonna give it a bash. We're gonna try. Again, see, with nose contouring, I don't really fucking know what I'm doing. I'm just like, I'm trying to make the nose smaller, I suppose. You're trying to narrow here, I think. Oh, I don't fucking know. This bit, Jillian, if you're watching this and having a good old laugh, my apologies. Alright, so I've put some down the nose here. What I do like doing, see this area here? I do like contouring that. See this kind of just in the hollow of where your eye starts to your brow bone? I really do like that, because I feel that it makes your eyes almost look a little bit bigger. I quite like that. I'm going to go in with a softer brush because I've just placed that colour there with that, but I'm going to go in with, might actually take another LARAFAYE brush, and this is the E07. I'm just going to use this as a clean brush just to soften all of that out a little bit. You're creating shadows, I suppose, but as I said, this is not my forte, this is not my strong point, and it kind of freaks me out a little bit. To make your nose look shorter, I know this is an actual thing, you put it on the bottom, like on the tip here. So what I'm going to take is my Charlotte Tilbury, this is the Bronze and Glow palette, and I'm going to take the more bronzed side. I think this shade on me is a better contour than a bronzer, and I'm just going to place that underneath here, and it should shorten your nose as far as I'm aware. I'm just so shit at this, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna just take a little bit of that in here as well, again, because I do like that kind of shape in here in the hollow of the eye. Another thing that you can do as well that I've seen is, see here, see this area here? If I stick my cheeks in, this bit, you can take your powder down, this bit here, to kind of give you, I don't know, skeletal might not be the right word to use, but that real shape here. I don't like the nose. I don't know how to nose contour, it's horrific. Okay, so the nose is fucked. Like, I don't know what to do about it. But just to try and detract from the nose and how terrible it is, I'm going to pop some blush on. And obviously I've got this bright, bright pink going on. So I'm going to take one of the Pinch Pots. This one is Delighted, which is a real kind of bubblegummy Barbie pink, I want to say. And I did kind of speak about the fact that I thought the brushes for this were, you know, great for this, but I felt like the pan size needed to be made bigger. But honestly, see, because I've been using these all month, particularly Joyful. Joyful's probably my favourite. I actually think they are doing a stunning job, and actually probably you don't need to worry about the pan size because they're brilliant and they blend so well that if you've got them on any size or shape of brush, I think they will work beautifully. So I'm just adding that real pink pop, and especially I want to really put it right here because I've got this contour here, so I really want my cheeks to be really pink and a little bit of blush draping with it, but not a heck of a lot. Okay, now finally for the skin, I'm going to take the Vive Skin Dew. I'm going to just pop that on the tops of the cheeks. This stuff, I have been using it like it is face cream, if I'm honest with you. I adore it. It just gives the skin this glossy finish that I love. You know how I like to look a little sweaty and stuff? Well, this properly just gives that perfect glow. It does have a little bit of a golden aspect to it. It's not the same as the Danessa in the respect that the Danessa Dew Wet Balm is clear. This definitely has a little pigment to it, but it's not ridiculous. Like, see when you're looking at it, it's not absolutely mental like you would think you've got gold stripes on your face or anything like that. Now, to finish off, I'm going to do lips. I don't have a really, really bright pink lipstick. I'm sure the photo said to put on some bright pink lipstick. Oh, it's maybe more purple than it is pink. Yeah, it's definitely more of a purpley plum colour. So I'm going to take my Gloss My Heart in, I think this is number 9, which is a really dark kind of purple colour. There we go. So it's definitely like more of a purpley plum colour, this lip liner. So I'm going to then take a pink over the top and just kind of lighten that up a little bit. This again is an eye pencil, but it's a Barry M one, I think. Eyeliner in Riot. But I think those two together will give me that kind of plum colour. And then I'm going to go in with this one, Party Pop from Clinique. It's really, really old. Not really old as in I can't use it, but the pop lipsticks are not new from Clinique, that's all I mean. And this is the finished look for Nona Draws My Face. I will go and take some photos of it shortly, but I just want to say a huge shout out to all of the wonderful people that I have met via here and via Instagram. I am going to have photos going up at the moment all the way through, so if you have made it this far and you want to go and follow some of these people, then I am going to put them all linked down below. Please make sure to do so. To Hannah, two Hannahs, the both of them, to Ashley who's over in America, to Audrey, as I've said already, Leslie, Ryan, Ellie, Beverly as well, Sophia, like all these people who I have just met and became part of a community. Kat the makeup mum, you were one of the first people that I really started properly speaking to on the kind of makeup community, if you want to. And there's just so many wonderful, wonderful people on that community who maybe don't have YouTube, they maybe just have Instagram. So please go over there and follow them and share and like and tell them that I sent you. Tell them I done it. It's alright, I don't mind. And if you're not following me on Instagram, then you know, get the fuck over there and do it. What else I would like to add just at the end of this video, and if you have made it this far, is what would you like to see from your beauty community? What videos do you want to watch? I know I like watching videos, watching people put their makeup on, telling me what the things are, but also just having a chat like this about things that are on their mind. That is my kind of thing. I like product videos, I like product review videos, I like a little bit of vlogging and day in the life type videos and haul videos. I'm like subject to that. I do really like them. But tell me what it is you would kind of like to see. Somebody had mentioned like things about jeans, like denim jeans. I don't know, if you're into that, let me know. It would be amazing because there are quite a lot of new people here, which I'm really thrilled about. I am loving it, it's great. Thank you so much for following me, and all the people that have been flying up on your screen, all these wonderful creators on Instagram. Chastity as well, she does a great one called the Decades Divas Challenge, which is fantastic. All these beautiful people, I am going to link all of them down below. Please go and give them a shout and let them know that I sent you, and I will see you all again in the next one. Bye.